Welcome back, everyone. I know that I keep mentioning it, but the series we are getting right now between the Milwaukee Bucks and Boston Celtics is truly incredible. Both teams are playing very high-level basketball, and it feels like every game keeps getting better. Each of them continue to make adjustments and come back with a better game plan following each game. And to absolutely no surprise, neither team has been able to win even 2 games in a row up until this point, which is once again a testament how brilliant the game planning has been by both teams. Now, it may not feel that way when you look at the offensive numbers being put up, especially in regard to overall team shooting, but this series has been about so much more than only offense. In fact, there have been only 2 games where either team has gone over 110 total points, which may not seem like much, but in today's NBA, that is really quite the rarity. The Celtics put up 116 points during Game 4, and the Bucks finally hit that mark in Game 5, ending up with exactly 110 points. But how did they really end up pulling this game out? Because despite putting up a new team high in points during this series, it was not their offense that truly won them the game. Now, don't get me wrong here, it would be completely unfair to overlook the big time shots that helped them win Game 5, with guys like Pat Connaughton, Wes Matthews, and even Giannis himself knocking down some big threes in the fourth quarter. But again, their offense was not the main thing that helped them claw their way back into the game, and eventually end up winning it either. That credit would have to go to their defense, and finally, their ability to dominate the rebound battle. And I say finally here primarily because they have been missing one key rebounder up until Game 5, and not in the sense that they've been playing without him, but more so that they have not been feeling his impact. If you do not know who I'm referring to by now, that player happens to be Bobby Portis, who although did not have a great shooting night, he made his impact felt on the rebound battle. He came off the bench to grab a team-high 15 rebounds in Game 5, with 7 of them being of the offensive rebound variety, which was by far a team-high once again. The energy and effort he brought while rebounding was key to their victory. He ended up keeping a number of possessions alive for them during the fourth quarter, many of which directly ended up contributing to points on the board. And when Bobby Portis does that for them, it really allows the Bucks to be dominant. Of the 7 offensive rebounds that he grabbed, 4 of them came in the fourth quarter alone. The 5-man rotation they have been running lately with 4 guards and then Giannis at center has been effective for them on offense at times, but it simply does not provide the same kind of impact defensively, and especially not while rebounding. But with Bobby Portis having struggled up until Game 5, and Brook Lopez being a bit up and down as well, that has been a lineup they have turned to for offense at times. However, if Bobby Portis continues to make this kind of impact moving forward, and preferably with a bit more efficient shooting, the Bucks will be even harder to beat than before. They have only been out-rebounded by the Celtics 1 time during the entire series, and to no surprise, they got blown out by nearly 30 points in that game. They have been fairly consistent when it comes to rebounding, but when they're able to dominate the offensive boards like they did during Game 5, that can end up being the difference between them winning or losing. Like I referred to before though, their defense was a huge factor for them during Game 5 as well, and while that has remained true throughout the entirety of Round 2, it has only gotten more difficult for them throughout the series. The Boston Celtics have slowly but surely been finding ways to overcome their defense, and primarily in regard to getting Jason Tatum going. During the past 2 games, Tatum has been averaging 32 points per game on over 43% shooting from the field, which is a big difference compared to the 20 points per game on only 30% shooting that he was averaging through Game 3. They have been finding more effective ways to get him switched onto a better individual matchup, rather than having to go against Wes Matthews or Jrue Holiday, which has not worked out well for him. They have targeted George Hill, Pat Connaughton, and others for a better individual matchup for Tatum. Along with that, they have finally realized how badly the Bucks are committed to defending the paint, even at times leaving 3-point shooters completely wide open. And that has been a primary reason for Al Horford lighting them up, but also for Tatum getting hot during the past 2 games. For example, if you take a look at this play during the second quarter of Game 5, Tatum is able to dribble the ball up the court, get a simple pick from Al Horford, and then get a wide open pull-up 3 due to Giannis being overly committed to defending the paint. And that play is only one example of many, which is one of the few critiques that I have for their defense. Other than that though, they have primarily done a great job at limiting high-quality shot opportunities, and that directly led to their comeback in Game 5. During the fourth quarter of last night's game, they were able to outscore the Celtics by 12 total points, and them being able to do that came down to their defense and rebounding, really a lot more than their offense. If you take a look at the shooting efficiency from each team during the fourth, Boston was actually the more efficient team, shooting 50% compared to Milwaukee shooting 47%. But the problem for them was not efficiency. Their issue was even being able to find a high quality shot to begin with, along with not having the ball as often compared to Milwaukee. Jason Tatum and Al Horford were able to find a couple of quality shots during the fourth, but Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown did not even make a shot. In fact, they only attempted 3 total shots combined during the final 12 minutes, which again was due to the defense that Milwaukee was playing, along with them dominating time of possession. And all of that concluded with the defensive brilliance of Jrue Holiday, who once again won them a very important game with his elite defense. By now, I'm sure you have all seen his game-clinching block on Marcus Smart, and the thing that makes that play so great is the awareness and defensive IQ of Jrue Holiday. Despite being responsible for Jaylen Brown during that play, he quickly recognized what kind of play was drawn up, and he took advantage of that by focusing on Marcus Smart, but without making it too obvious. Rather than fully committing to helping defend Marcus Smart immediately, he waited about a half second to make sure that the play was not coming his way. But once he recognized what Smart was going to do, he made a quick rotation with impeccable timing to come over and block the shot. Which, although he made look easy, there are not many defenders in the NBA, let alone guards who could have done that. And that is what makes Jrue Holiday such an important member of the Milwaukee Bucks. He may not always be great on offense, but he will always be great on defense. With all of that being said though, that will conclude my thoughts on how the Milwaukee Bucks won Game 5 and how they can continue to win moving forward. And what do you guys think? What was your main takeaway from this game? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.